Hello everyone, welcome to Sewing Wednesday. My name is Lorene and today we're doing a tutorial. Yes, I'm going to do a tutorial for you guys. Y'all had commented saying y'all wanted to see it. So these are my corner bookmarks I've made, and I just think they're the cutest thing, and they're so easy to make. These are all the ones I've made so far. I'm kind of hooked on them because they're so, like I said, so much fun and so easy to make, and they make wonderful gifts and just in time for Christmas too. I just made this one yesterday. And they're good for little kids too because it's child friendly because it's all done with fabric and it's real soft. So, but anyway, they're just so cute. All right, well, let's get started. Let's get this party going. All right, first you're going to need, and what I did, I took chipboard. This is how I like to do this. I'm one of those pattern girls. I like to, if I got a pattern for something, the measurements, I'll make me a pattern so I can just set this down, mark it, and then cut it out. Don't have to use my ruler so much. So anyway, with my chipboard, I've made myself a 4-inch square, and I've got the directions. I've got what it's for. It's for a cross stitch fabric corner bookmark, and I will need 4-inch square. This is what this is. I need to cut two pieces of fabric, one for the front, one for the back, and I've already done that. This is going to be for my back. And this is going to be for my front. So when I say for the front, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm talking about for the back. And then I need to cut one 4-inch for the interfacing. And the interfacing I use is this one. Pellon 911FF Fusible. I got this from Joann's, but you can get this from Amazon also, and I'm just using this because it's what I have in the house and it's working perfect. So anyway, you'll need some interfacing, and you'll need to cut one 4-inch square of that, which I've already got it cut out right here. Okay, and the next thing, let me put this over there. I say one cut, a 4-inch cut of Ada stitching, which is, this is what I'm going to be using today to make my bookmarker. Isn't he cute? Now this is the largest cross stitch I've done so far for my corner bookmarker. So I've got to be really careful that I don't mess up and misjudge the corner here, so I don't cut him off at all. Because see, I'm going to show you, compared to my other ones, he's larger, and you just got to be really careful. Let me see if I've got another one. Now this one's almost the size of that one. So I'm going to be cutting a 4-inch square of the Ada, but we got to be careful. This is going to be the right hand corner, and I'm going to show you what I came up with to help it, at least for me, be easier. So what I did, I took my 4-inch square here, marked it, and cut another piece of chipboard with the triangle. And I tried this and I wasn't judging it very well. I would mark it with a pen that's erases with heat. And if I didn't get it just right, then I would just put the heat on it, erase the line, and draw it again. But yesterday when I was making this little bird one, I thought, gosh, I've got to come up with a better idea so I can see that bird. And what I did, I went and got this is a sheet protector, like photo albums, and I just made me a see-through ruler, basically. So what I'm doing, I've got it folded just like I would be folding the Ada, so I can see where the fold's going to be, and I just place it right on here. So this is basically a 4-inch square that I folded in half, and I can see where the tip is going to be, where this is going to be, and where the cross stitch is going to be, and this is going to be the fold. So I think I've got enough. I think he's small enough for me to fit him on that corner, because this will definitely be the fold, but you've got to be aware of the seam allowance right here, because you're going to be sewing around, so you got to leave some seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is make sure that looks good. He's so large, he's going to be right on the fold, this little bit of green, but I think that'll be okay. I just want to make sure I have enough to sew around here and not cut off anything. So I'm taking this and I am going to put a mark here in the corner like that, and I'm going to put a mark right here, mark in the corner like that. All right, so now I've got my corner, and I'm having to be, like I said, extra careful with this one because it's so large. When you have a smaller cross stitch you're working with, you won't have to be so careful with it. So I'm going to mark this up. Boy, I just barely had enough down here. Okay, I've got my square. I'm gonna look at this one more time before I cut it to see if I'm happy with how that's gonna be, and it looks good. So, okay, so I'm gonna go right next door here. I'm in my kitchen, on my kitchen countertop. So I've got my cutting board over here. I've got my iron over there too. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna go cut this out and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it cut out. So I'm gonna just lay this aside for right now. Now you need to cut 2 of the interfacing, and they need to be a little bit smaller than the 4-inch, 3.5-inch square. So you need 2 of those, and I've already got those cut out. Okay. All right, I got everything cut out now that I need. Put that over there. All righty. Now we're going to do some ironing. We need to press this interfacing on all these. So the 3.5-inch squares, which are these 2 right here, you're going to flip over your pieces of fabric, and you're going to put the rough side down, which is the sticky side, right down on the wrong side of your fabric. This is the rough side. So you're going to put that, place that down on the wrong side. Okay, and I'm going to go iron these 2 pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the interfacing pressed on there, so it's stuck on the inside here. And next I'm going to do the same with this. Now remember, this piece is going to fit perfectly on here. This is the 4-inch square. These were 3.5-inch right here. This is the 4-inch one. And I want it to go all the way to the edge of my Ada because I don't want it to unravel at all. And I want it to be a little bit more stable, because this is the part that's going to be folding. So I'm gonna put the rough side Okay, this is the right side. Face that down. I'm going to put the rough side down on top here like this. So you basically want the interface glued to the back of your stitching. Okay, and I'm going to leave the camera running, and I'm just going to walk over here and just press this really quick. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it pressed on the back. Now what you want to do is you're going to be folding this when we're making our corner here, our little corner for our bookmarker. Let's make sure that it looks good on the back too. Now see, I'm going to have a little bit of the green, which I already knew that was going to happen, but that's not going to mess anything up because this is a fairly large picture I'm working with, or image, and I'm going to be sewing up here, so it's going to be close. Like I said, this is the largest one I've ever worked with, so we'll see how this turns out. I think it's going to work though. So now you're going to go back over to the iron, and you're going to give this a press to make this lay down and have a really good crease in the fold. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I've ironed it down really good. The crease looks good. He looks good. So now it's time to put this together. So now you decide what you want for the front or the back. This is my front. And like I said, when I say front, I'm talking about this. So this is what I want to be the front. So I'm going to lay that right side up. And then I'm going to lay my stitching in the right hand corner, right side up. And then this is going to be my back. I'm going to lay this right side down. So we're making a sandwich. And it should look like this. All right. And this is where our stitching is, cross stitch. So what you want to do, you're going to go to the sewing machine. Sorry you guys, this does involve a little bit of sewing, but it's not hard. You're going to start over here and start about right here and back stitch when you start. And you're going to go all the way around, and you're just going to sew, it's not quite 1/4 of an inch, but kind of use the interfacing as your guideline to sew right along the edge there, and make sure you catch all these layers right here where your 8 is at. Go all the way around, continue to sew, and when you get back over here, stop down here and back stitch. You need to leave an opening right here so you can turn this inside out. So I'm going to go to my sewing machine, I'm going to sew this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it sewn together. Now I want to tell y'all, this slipped when I started sewing, so I had to rip it out, rip out my corner and where I started, and line it up again. So be very, very careful when you're sewing. And I ended up, I think it was like 1/8 of an inch around the corner. I just needed to make sure I caught the Aida, all the layers, the Aida and the 2 pieces of fabric. So just take your time when you're sewing around this and kind of judge where you need to sew. Just make sure you're catching all the layers. Now I'm going to clip the corners because we're fixing to turn this inside out, and make sure you don't cut your seams that you just sewed when you do this. This will help it turn better. Take care of some of these threads too here. All right, let's see how this turned out. Let's see if my snowman has still got a head because it was so close to the edge there. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think it's going to be he's going to be just fine. You got to really play with this because you're working with several layers here. Interfacing fabric, Ada. It's been folded. Oh, look at that. That's going to be perfect. Oh my goodness. How cute is that? Got one of these little, they're basically like chopsticks to help get my points out. Use whatever works for you. Sometimes a crochet needle will work, a really thick one. Oh, is he cute? Oh my gosh, how adorable. Sure, and let me go in here, see if I can get that point a little bit more out. Okay, I think that looks good. We're almost done, almost done. Okay, I'm gonna go over to my iron, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give this a good press. But I want to make sure, this is our opening here. What we're going to do is turn that fabric down in there. I want to press it so to crease it and hold it together. Sure that corner's pushed out too. So let me go over there and press this really quick, and then I'll tell you what the next step is. I did not press this part yet. I just took my iron and pressed it in here, and I wanted to make sure I caught these two pieces and press those down really good. So now you're going to go back to the sewing machine. We're almost done, and you're going to start here, and as close as you can get to the edge, you can just do a running stitch and do a back stitch when you start and where you end over here. So you can go all the way down and catch this opening, stitch all the way to the corner and back stitch. All right, so I'll be right back. Almost there. Okay, I ran around the edge, started right there, sewed all the way around, and it caught the opening. Close it up. So let's trim some of this threads, these little pieces of threads off. There's a lot of them here. Just trim it up, people. All right, now I'm going to go over to the iron again. I'm going to just press this down, make it lay flat. I'll be right back. Voila. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, he is so cute. So let's try it out. Let's get a book here. And of course, he came out of this book, this little snowman. So when you're not using your bookmarker, you can just rest it in the front, on the front cover like that. It's cute, it's decoration. But let's go find the page where he is. There he is. So I'm going to mark this page. Now, this bookmarker will hold one page or several pages. And I like to use several pages, so I'm just going to slip it in there like that. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just love that. He's got to be one of my most favorite ones. And you just close it, and there it is. It's all marked. Love it. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope y'all have a good time making these. Like I said, they're so easy to make. Now you know they are. And I hope you have time to make some for your family for Christmas and make a few for yourself while you're at it. All right, you guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye now.